I'm back. Another game by DeMusliM and QXC on daily number 587, where we learn to be a better gamer. One of my favorite things of all time is just going, yeah. Alright, with all that bit of maturity. Maturity in my body. Whoa. I'd like to once again emphasize that I like aggressive openings on this map. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Openings aggressive are good. You can punish the front like you should. Yeah, air openings, very short distances. I mean, technically, you have to account for the corner map distance when you talk about air in this matchup, because Banshees and other assorted pastries will struggle to stay alive cutting through the middle like on Whirlwinds. But here, you can cut through the middle, and then you can safely just jump from here, like that with the Banshees. Or just general aggressive builds. So, given that this is going down, I'm going to assume gas from both players. Uh-oh, DeMusliM making me weep. I'm concerned for your babies. Alright. Oh no, there it is. Okay. So this is a sweet build timing, if you did not know. Barracks on 12, and then Refinery on 15. Gives you enough money to both go for the orbital command, while simultaneously getting up a fast factory. So there were some of the concerns that I was noting in the game that we saw in part 1. If your opponent goes for a lot of Reapers, you're in Bad News Bears shape in that spot. I still feel as though Bad News Bears could occur. Still have bear concerns. Take them out. Oh, what? 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 Wait a minute. So this, actually let me stop and think about this. Alright. Truth be told, haven't seen this game before. First time seeing the game, gonna do the analysis right now. Here's how I do analysis. First, I get my gut instinct. I go, what? Because ordinarily the timing is to go for a factory. But now that I'm going, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start measuring some things. Okay, so first what I want to do is I want to come back to the time that this Marine poppeth out. Around the time when DeMusliM would have to make the decision to continue Marine production or do something else. 340 is generally when Reaper 1 pops out. How long does a Reaper take? Well, it takes 45 seconds. How long does this add-on take? About the same amount of time as a Reaper. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, alright, when this finishes, that's exactly when QXC is going to have 2 Reapers done. If QXC went for a second or even third barracks, this means that he would have somewhere between 2 and 4 Reapers done, like finished producing, at around, I'm going to go with 4:30 or so, 4:30. And then what I'm going to see is how long does it take for this Reaper to get from here to this dude's base. So here goes the Reaper. It looks like it's about 30 seconds from there to here. So at around 4:30 or so, by my estimates, it should be that's when this Reaper plus 2 additional ones should be moving out. This is going to take about the same amount of time, so this will finish right around the time this finishes in the ideal circumstance. So that means we'll build 2 Marines. Yeah, so we should have 4 Marines if we get hit by 3 Reapers, and we might have a little bit of micro trouble, but that's fine. So I'm actually pretty cool with this. I actually think that this can, in fact, hold off a 2 Rax Reaper play. So, alright, we see Reaper. There's 2 broad transitions that can occur at this point. One for the Terran is to go expand and then factory. The other is to go expand and then second barracks. And barracks Marines. And then barracks Tech Lab. Those are the common ones. So what do I think would be the best transition? I would probably, in DeMusliM's case, go straight up to Starport, take this pretty soon, and just go for Marine tank quite swiftly. There is potential to do this swap like that. I think that's also fine. So long, the starport is really the most important part. Building some Hellions to do a little pressure and all that good jazz. I like it. I think that's good. And then just lift off, switch back, and go back to Marine tank production. I have a guess that that's not what DeMuslim's going to do, but that is certainly what I would do. So QXC's being fruitcake because QXC has creativeness in his blood. And he also has blood because he's a mammal. Alright, cool. This is needlessly defensive. There's nothing could be happening. Nothing. Nothing at all. This isn't defending anything. I mean, a regular, like, ultra-fast Banshee player, like, would only just now be starting to get the Banshee right up on the net. So this isn't... Oh, this is cute for Hellions. Oh, but not for anything else. Not for a damn other thing. This is... Oh, that's actually pretty kick-ass versus Hellions. Ah. So if I'm in DeMuslim's shoes, this is okay. Again, we have to get the starport fast because of the need to get Vikings up. But like any good player, DeMuslim turns an offense into a defense. Or excuse me, turns a defense into an offense. Speaking. I've never done it before. He wants to turn his defense into an offense, right? If I gotta get the starport up to get the Viking in case he is going for Wenchi, I sure as hell... Oh, damn, DeMuslim knows how to control a Hellion and smartly staying away from the high ground. See, this is one of the reasons why I was, I guess, initially like, ugh. I still think this is brilliant placement because it can pick off a Hellion trying to come in. But it looks like DeMuslim's just going to be like, oh, alright, rad, I'll just kill you here. But, yeah, just going back to Marine tank, I probably, okay, there's this command center going down. I'd build this the engineering bay right away. And probably this extra gas geyser as well. We go engineering bay, barracks, tank production, engineering bay, armory, 4th gas. Wow, what a great push by DeMuslim. What a really freaking strong counter push. Coolness is QXC healing up the Hellbat that is completely balanced in all ways, shapes, and forms. You heard it here first, last, and in the middle, and frequently, for all moments in time. QXC is doing a build that it looks so technical, I'm not even going to begin to analyze it so much. I'm still very strongly the opinion that DeMuslim should be getting an engineering bay before these 2 barracks, like right now. This was a defensive push. All these units were built to defend, and now they're getting a lot of bonus hits in. But the main thing that we want to be ahead in is tanks and upgrades. Tanks for the defense of this ever so key critical region, and upgrades in order to win the war. So okay, he doesn't get 1 engineering bay really fast. He gets 2 engineering bays kind of fast. This gas needs to be up. Get that there gas. It looks like he actually has enough gas right now, but once another tank happens, the 1-1 happens, and he starts to get the upgrades out, and he starts to want to get some other air units. Really, this dude needed to come on up. Alright, so let the fun begin. Hellbat drops are a pain in the ass. Alright, here's something to note. If once upon a time I was playing a Terran versus Terran and I was doing a normal build, I was going to get a +1 attack upgrade, and right around when it finished, I was going to get +1 armor and maybe consider a 2nd engineering bay. Thought it was important to keep up that marine production. Day 9 always told me macro was important. But here's the thing. Listen, look, check it. If I see Hellbat drops, what am I definitely going to be doing for a while? Defending. I'm not going to be attacking. So though I need some units, which means the macro is somewhat important, I'm going to be on the defense. It's really important in those spots to accelerate the pace of upgrades and command centers. So I love this command center. I love both of these engineering bays. If DeMuslim had gotten the 1 engineering bay and saw the Hellbat drops, well, derp, we're going to be defensive. What are we definitely going to delay? Barracks 4 and 5. Those are going to be the big delays. Because we can just sort of deal with this for as long as we need to. And then we want to be able to snap back with big ups in a big late game position. See, I told you he needed that gas earlier. Now he's going to be El Broco. No, see, he gets this, and then he can't make his next tank, and then he can't make... No. Oh my god, no! Yeah, tanks, by the way, are sensational at dealing with this Hellbat drop jank. With a tank siege there, and a tank siege there, and a combat shield, and no upgrades are about. The third gas should have been up earlier, and the fourth gas as well. Econ's what it's all about. Yeehaw! Alright, QXC. He's trying to get the good old GG button pressed. I don't think Hellbats are particularly excellent against Tanku because of the abysmal range. So I feel like DeMusliM has lost his long-term edge. He's going to be able to stay alive right now. Oh, now this is an interesting push. This push has an aura of, well, crap. I have missed my opportunity to focus heavily on the late game. But I think that I am ahead for the time being. Therefore, push. And where to push at? Here is the second most important spot. Here is the number one most important spot. Medevac. So this push, what is this push trying to do? Well, DeMusliM is beginning to do the push. Can he set up here? Well, not exactly. There's a tank here. It also means I can't sit up there. How to engage? DeMusliM is pushing the front to try to kill off this tank. Upon killing it off, he will then say, can I siege here? Probably not. Therefore, I will back up and do my second choice option. Target fire tank, target fire tank. Break me off a piece of that. Target fire tank. Repair it! Lossy. This is one of the reasons why I do like the upgrade route quite a bit more. Because if we go down that upgrade route, we're delaying all these barracks, but we have something clear that we are going for. Like right now, 1-1 should have been done and 2-2 should have been started with our old original plan. This factory coming up seems absolutely essential. We lost all our tanks. We should be behind on the tank count, so we want to be able to catch back up. It's 2 tanks to 0. I'd give it to upgrade advantage QXC. How much knowledge does he have of this stuff in the main? Not direct, but sort of implicit knowledge, having seen all these Marines. We have some silly battles happening. Some nice micro, but overall silly battles. Oh, actually, this is dang even. This is gosh darn dang even. I'm not feeling so good for DeMusliM. But that's fine. I'm not feeling too good for QXC either. I feel terrible for both players. For being in a Terran versus Terran where there's no edge in the start. QXC, okay. Let's look at this situation for QXC. I think this is an under... it seems like an under-send of units. There should be a lot more there. Yeah, I would regroup before moving out. I think this is going to be the same danger that we saw last time. DeMusliM is amazing at keeping all his units together in Terran vs. Terran, which is so important. So I'm going to now do a rather a longer discussion of this than what most would do. This has the goal of dropping here, which has the goal of bringing units either up here, which means that these tanks will just hit them. We can actually see the dotted line here. Actually select all of them so we can see there's many dotted lines here. We want to bring units here, which we can kill with this. Alright, so then DeMusliM will be pulling units this way. Right? He'll be pulling units down like this. This seems like suicide. DeMusliM will pull them down like this and try to siege up or try to run up along this way. So if DeMuslim's units are down back here, it gives us time to move here successfully. And if we're here, then we can threaten The #1 most important spot and the #2 most important spot. That is also why QXC is dropping 1 medevac and not like 10 medevacs. Most of the stuff is up here. So there's some nice anglage. DeMusliM is doing his best not to overreact to it. Now if I'm DeMusliM, I'm going to see that and go, oh, well, alright. I want to attack this at the points, or wait, no, it's just weak enough. Hey! Like I said at the start, I have not seen this game, but not having your stuff grouped together hurts so badly. In particular, it hurts you in the face. QXC accidentally lost everything and may very well say GG. Speeding it up, speeding it up. QXC going for the same attack angle. Very rare is it to see a player push up this way because this front lip is so juicy. So juicy. So these are some sort of standard engagement angles. Oh, QXC with the sickest misclick siege up of all time. I think that's very clearly a incorrect siege up. So 2-2 is not quite done for QXC. It is done for DeMusliM. Yeah, I think that's all she wrote. DeMusliM just doing a standard front push, trying to be the first to siege up, carefully scanning ahead of his army, carefully breaking his opponent. There's a little bit of lag. You know, I remember watching through some of the sets that QXC and DeMusliM played, and QXC did take a game or two. Just sort of incidentally didn't show those ones. So nice, I think we did it. I think we did a game analysis. DeMusliM trying to stay ahead in tanks. I could analyze those engagements, but I just don't want to. I think the start was more interesting. The start was more interesting. That part, not interesting. Not as interesting to me. I've seen that battle more than once. Bring on questions, bring them on. Come on, bring them on. I'm doing Portal tomorrow. Ain't gonna be no StarCraft 2 tomorrow. Actually, there might not be StarCraft 2 at all next week. I'm really nervous about the Dragon's Maze Pro Tour. I'm like really, really anxious about it. I'm playing hard. I think I told you I got my Voice of the Provinces. Not Voice of the Province, Voice of the Resurgence. I'm gonna be training. By the way, even though Fun Day Monday won't be shown, I'm doing something a little special on Saturday that is StarCraft related. Alright, I'm going to take this question because it's brilliant. So, from Sagacious Techie. Asked a great question. So, Day 9, you noted that DeMusliM was late on his 3rd and 4th gases. And suppose that you're playing, and you yourself realize, oh my god, my gases are late. So this will stifle my tank and upgrades. Do you proceed with the original game plan? Or do you alter it significantly? In my opinion, that's way more fun than answering that question. Sagacious Techie, that's a fantastic question. However, how did that happen? I didn't even realize my voice could make that. Maybe it's just because I have a dry throat today. Let's answer that question. Alright, suppose... okay, so... in StarCraft 2... in StarCraft 2, there's generally not much that you can do within a game to fix a situation. It's normally what to do for the next game. It's in between the game where the most annoying stuff occurs. Or not the most annoying stuff. I read the chat and people are like, God, that noise is annoying. Generally in between games is where most of the adjusting and learning happens. But suppose you are in that spot. What would I do? Okay, so I'm going to be staying back defending because he's being aggressive, so I want to go for a long-term sort of play. Let's actually go back to the game. Let's go back to the situation. Alright, so we're in this situation. Oh god, the gases are late. The upgrades are going to be terrible. This will not work. So here's probably what I would do. Probably what I would do is, I said the big thing that you would delay is barracks 4 and 5, because we're spending so much money and gas on these 2 engineering bays. In this position, what I would probably do, I'm starting to wonder if maybe taking this expansion, do I agree with that? No, I would probably just take this expansion and then build barracks 4 or 5 a little earlier, and then just do these upgrades as needed. The big reason upgrades, okay, that's what I would say. The big reason upgrades cut into barracks 4 and 5, or sometimes, I mean, if your macros and SCV, defense, and all that stuff, if all your defense and your macro and your SCV production is amazing, you can get these 2 engineering bays started, and you can barely afford barracks 4 and 5. And if you're one of those amazing people, then 6 and 7s will be screwed. But suppose you're mortal, you've taken a little SCV damage, you have your 3 barracks going, you start your 1-1 upgrades quite early. What does that mean? Soon enough, you're going to be starting 2-2 upgrades, which are super expensive. It's like 400 to get those upgrades started. So that's a lot. That is a lot of money. And it's that second round of upgrades that generally prevents you from being able to add on those additional barracks. So in this circumstance, I'd say probably play it out normally. Go for the 1-1 upgrades just as you planned, take the 3rd just as you planned, and then mentally note, okay, since my upgrades are late, I can build my next 2 barracks a little bit earlier. Let's take 2 more questions. 2 more questions that will make me go. Marine 0351W says, Day 9, what would you consider the most important aspects of the game to improve for a Bronze/Silver League player in order to proceed up the ladder? How to get up the ladder if you're in Bronze or Silver? Whoa, the ladder. So what I would say, the number 1 most important thing is workers. Workers. Get a lot of workers. Go nuts on the workers. The number you should be looking for, the magical number, is 72. 72 workers. 72 workers. If you're Terran or Protoss, never, ever stop building workers. Make sure you never, ever get supply blocked. And if you do, just hop into single player. Play against the computer on very easy AI, so he'll never attack you, and just focus on what your own stuff's doing. Just focus on yourself and your own improvement. If you're Bronze or Silver, I'd probably say first 5 games of every day shouldn't be against anyone. It should be in a custom game with just you, and it'll start off and say, you won, and just hit resume game, and just do a build order. Pick a matchup and be like, alright, I'm going to pretend I'm playing Zerg versus Terran. Alright, cool, I'm going to take my expand on 15, I'm going to get my my pool on 16 in my main base, and I watched Snoot, and he was going for gas on 17. Okay, I watched Snoot, and he got his Zerglings at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and other than that, I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. But I do know I never want to miss a Larva Inject, never want to miss an Overlord, want to be making as many drones as possible. The number 1 difference between any league is worker production, period. That is the strongest correlation between rank, is the number of workers that you build in a game. The higher that is, the higher of rank you will be. Let us analyze. Last question. He only speaks brilliance. Yes, I did buy 4 Voice of the Resurgence. See? There it is. I actually put it back into the baggie. See, and I'll even show you. 4 Voice of the Resurgences. Yeah, now I'm gonna... Actually, where's one of my bright Day 9 yellow card sleeves? Alright. Blood Crypt, see you later. Alright. 4 Voice of Resurgences going in the card sleeve. See, I have yellow card sleeves. I dedicate to Day 9 yellow. See you later, Blood Crypt. Enjoy being unsleeved. A Blood Crypt, but that's a Shockland. They have value. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Let me take another question. Last question. NVIDVILEKTR. Envidvilector. Says Day 9, most pro Terrans, at least foreigners, say that Raven and Battlecruiser is the end-all ultimate late game for Terran vs. Terran or Terran vs. Zerg. Why don't Terran builds adhere more to that direction in the mid-game? The reasoning is this. Having Ravens and Battlecruisers is the best combination. Getting Ravens and Battlecruisers is damn hard. Imagine you decide, I'm going to build 2 starports. I am going to then get a fusion core, and now I will build a battlecruiser. You do that, and your opponent, who's been very aggressive all game long with Marine Tank, suddenly just has way more Marine Tank than you and kills you. So you're dead, and 2 battlecruisers pop out, and he's like, LOL, oh LOL, my face is ruffling in half. And then he fucking shoots you with bullets until you fall out of the sky. Suddenly you teleport into the battlecruiser in this story, into both of them, and now you're crashing to the ground. That sucks. That's what happens. That's why it's Marine Tank. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's time for me to say goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I'm going away. The end of the daily just happened today.